Welcome to Skill Toy Tactics. This is lesson 2 of the Learn to 5A Yo-Yo series. In lesson 1, we learned how to properly hold, throw, and bind a 5A counterweight yo-yo. Now, go back to that. Go back to lesson 1 if you don't know how to do that trick specifically. We also learned how to pass the counterweight from hand to hand, and by now you should have this down pretty well. So now, once you have that obviously down and you are on lesson 2, we're going to learn how to do a stall. Now, stalls are super fun because you're not going to be pinching the string. This is the first trick you're going to be doing where you're going to learn to not pinch the string and let gravity take over. So what we're going to do is we're going to land into a trapeze. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually take the counterweight, we're going to throw it over in front of our non-dominant hand, and we're going to just keep our finger just pointed out. Don't have any other fingers out, just your pointer finger. And what we're going to do is make sure your thumb is tucked under because you're going to want to pinch, most likely, if you're getting started in 5A. So make sure that you do not pinch the string. What we're going to do is we're going to throw this in, think of it like this. Think of the yo-yo as the middle of an arc, and all it can do is just make a circle, a 360 circle all the way around. Think of it like as in a vertical plane. We're going to be doing it like the yo-yo is the arc, and the plane is literally just a 360 circle all the way around. That's the best way to think about it. What we're going to do is we're going to throw the counterweight in front of your non-dominant hand like this and let it go like that. Now you'll see that I'm not pinching, and it literally is just stalling just like that. I'm in a trapeze, and the string went around the front of the yo-yo, and so you do not need to pinch for this to happen. Does that make sense? So what we're going to actually do is, instead of just letting it dead hang, we're going to let it all the way swing all the way over to our now free dominant hand, and we're going to tap it. So tap the counterweight. So it's going to look like this. Just like that. Now once you tap it, you just want to do a little tap and maybe push a little bit down. We're going to tap it, and you want the what we're going to want is we want the counterweight to come all the way back around so you can get back into a trapeze. So to do that, that's the difficult part of this trick. What we're going to do is we're going to go down with our hand and up and tug it up, and it's going to make that swing back around to catch the counterweight. So it's going to look like this. Just like that. Now, this motion is all in timing, so you're going to have the counterweight's going to be tapping right here, and we're not going to throw it back down. We're actually just going to let it dead hang. And when the counterweight is maybe right directly underneath the yo-yo, you're going to go down, and then when it's about maybe here on the angle, you're going to lift up. So it's going to look like this. Wait, hold on. It's going to look like this. Just like that. Now, once you get that motion down, and you can do it without pinching, and you can also do it where you're not just grabbing it and throwing the counterweight back around. That's not what you want to do. You literally just want it to tap, let it swing back around by doing the up and down motion. Once you have that trick down, we have one more trick to show you, and that trick looks like this. Just like that. Now this trick is actually going to be a little bit difficult for you at first. This is going to be the most difficult trick that you're going to learn so far. And so basically what we're going to do is we're going to land in a trapeze. And what we're going to do is, instead of doing where we pass the string, we make the yo-yo go in the opposite direction each time, basically what we're going to do is, instead of making it swing around and around and around like that, we're actually going to just make it go side to side, with the counterweight doing the thing that's going to be going around and around instead of the yo-yo. So to make it a little bit more simple, what we're going to do is, without pinching, we're just going to toss the yo-yo kind of this direction, and we're going to have this hand open once it gets in this direction so that we can catch the counterweight that's going to be coming in the opposite direction. So it's going to look like this. Just like that. Now I've got a dead yo-yo from letting it spin too long, but basically it's going to be like that. Now, ideally what you're going to want, you're going to not want to pinch, but I actually would recommend maybe you pinch it first just to get kind of comfortable with passing it like this. The only difference is, instead of going around your hand like the other trick, you're going to literally just be passing it directly to the other hand, if that makes sense. You'll want to curl this hand in to catch the counterweight. That's what I would recommend. So get used to this kind of momentum and try to do as many times as you can. So if that is not maybe straightforward enough, I'll explain a little bit more in depth, but basically that is the end of this tutorial series. Stick around if you don't quite understand how to do it yet. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in lesson 3. Now those of you who still don't quite understand what I'm talking about, so basically think of it like this. So gravity is going to be taking over when you let go of the yo-yo, and it's just going to drop down, right? But if you swing it this direction, it will swing in like a rainbow. It will like obviously swing like a rainbow, like a U, upside down U, and it'll hit the ground over here if I swing it in this direction, right? Well, suppose that I grab the counterweight halfway through, and the yo-yo would naturally swing back up. Well, we don't want that motion to hit. What we actually want is we want to actually like land it on the trapeze itself. Instead of letting it do that motion where it swings around, we actually want to take our dominant hand and we're going to actually swing it over the top of the yo-yo and get it onto the trapeze like this. Over the top, land on the trapeze. Just like that. You don't want to swing it over. You want to literally just pass it, swing over with your dominant or the hand that you're swinging it to, and catch it on the string. So again, I'll do it just a couple times just so you can see. Boom, 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 boom. See, it just literally goes back and forth just like that. Now, I hope that you learned this. I hope that you got this trick down. This trick isn't necessarily like a necessity. It is very helpful because it lets you learn that gravity will take over and you don't necessarily, gravity in the force of motion will take over and you don't have to actually pinch the string constantly. That's what I'm trying to get through to you guys. Now, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in lesson 3. We're going to have some fun tricks coming up, so I hope that you stick around.